It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning, boys and girls. How are you? It's Bob Zadora here on the morning show on XL7-TV. Myself and Scooter are going to be trying to
wiggle our way through this.
Get our way through this. Live TV, folks. Remember that. Live TV. So,
this is your debut, too.
It is. In the big seat. I'm in the big seat.
Yeah, you're always over there on the other seat. And now you got to run
I make
the
a great guest. We'll see how we do as a host.
We're going to have a good time.
Yes,
I don't care how you look
are.
at it. We're going to have a good time.
Just pray that Jake shows up. Because that has happened before.
It has.
It has.
And we'll make it through either way.
Oh, of course we will. Of course we will. It's a beautiful day outside.
It is.
Sunny out there right now and a little warm.
It is.
No kidding.
I was
warm.
looking. It's going to be warm. It's just this time of year, but it is just day after day after day after day.
Yeah, and that it jumped so fast.
Yeah.
That it just decided, okay, it's summer. Whoa, wait
well,
a
it was
minute.
like
we had some nice spring.
Yes.
But it went from like 70 to 90 in a day.
It was Saturday, beautiful day, work outside, no issues at all. And then Sunday they were talking like 96 or 97 degrees. I'm like, well, why do you go from that to that?
Yeah, how does that happen?
We need break-in time.
Yeah, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And that's where it's tough, especially for the kids playing sports and stuff like that, is not the heat, but it's that sudden change.
Right.
And them having to adapt to it and stuff
and now we're starting to get the humidity starting to pick up. The first day it wasn't as bad, but now you got a couple of days and the humidity starting to suck that moisture from all that rain that we've had, suck that moisture out of the ground, and that's
start breathing the air.
Up. Oh yeah, whether you can wear, I believe is the term that you want. Well, we're here on the morning show. We thank you for joining us, and if you're watching us later in the day on Facebook. We're on there as well. We do this show twice a day. We do it now,
twice.
and then we do it at 5 o'clock.
Yep, airs back at 5 o'clock.
Airs back at 5, but anytime on Facebook is good. And if you want to get a little chuckle later and say, what an idiot, just go ahead and have at it. It'll be fine.
I'm thinking that now, but it's all right. Go ahead. I don't have to wait.
So bear with me. I'll do the best I can, and we're going to be good. I hope David's out having a good time, hitting the ball and chasing it. That's
right. He was golfing this morning.
That's right. So I did that, but that's really what it literally turned into. Hit the ball, chase it, hit the ball, chase it. It was not the fun that it's supposed to be.
I'm good at one thing at the golf course, and that is the beer cart.
No, it's concessions, yeah. Okay.
Driving that little beer cart around.
That'd be good.
We didn't make any profit, but we did good.
Everybody had a good time.
There you go. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's truly what it is all about. Oh, my goodness.
We better start this show off right.
Ready? Oh, we're getting ready, right?
Oh, yeah. We're about to go live, right?
Ready? I hope. I hate to think we wasted all of that.
No, we're good.
Roller Funeral Home presents the morning prayer every day, and Roller, their tagline is with all our respect, and that's something that they do, and to be dedicated to do that and to help people through what is obviously the worst time that you can have, preparing the passing of a loved one and all of the emotions and everything that's got to be done afterwards, and that's they're there for that, and we're blessed to have them in the community here. Mm-hmm. They're in a number of locations here, and there's one in Tennessee.
They got 29 here in Arkansas
29?
and
Okay.
one in Tennessee, so 30 locations right now.
So, I mean, they're there, and they'll do whatever they got to do. They've been doing it for a long time, and like I said, it's good to have places like that around, and they can help you get through the paperwork and the VA stuff and the Social Security, and making sure that you're getting the benefits that you got coming, things that you don't even think about. If you think you want to think ahead a little bit, go and get prepared and to go and see them, sit down. This is what I want. I want to wear a fishing shirt. I want to have this type of music played. I want to make sure that my slides that they have on the presentations during the course of the week these are the ones that I want. That's what you want to do. You want to get ahead of that a little bit, because the kids come and they go, I don't know. What does mom and dad want? What does mom want? Dad doesn't know. He's never paid any attention anyway.
Most of them are crying and they're just beside themselves because they've got a major loss.
Exactly. So the easier you can make it going ahead of time makes it better for everybody. It makes it better for you. The whole family's better off. So something to keep in mind. Roller funeral home, with all our respect. I found out I do the prayer. So I'm going to ask you, it's a prayer that many of you are going to know, and I'm going to ask you to just kind of join in with me. You can look it up later on YouTube if you want, and there's a great presentation. Kate did a great job with this, but please join me in the morning prayer. God, bless America, the land that we love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the oceans to the prairies to the mountains, white with snow. God bless America, our home sweet home. And we are blessed to be here in the Ozarks, and I'm blessed to be here with you today. Amen.
Amen. I like that. That was nice. I hadn't heard that before, believe it or not.
Oh, go on YouTube and look up Kate
Yes.
Smith, God bless America.
I
Wow.
like that.
Killer.
I liked it.
Killer. And Philadelphia actually uses that for their national anthem for hockey.
Awesome. I like it.
In hockey, congratulations to Colorado. They won last night in the first game of the Stanley Cup Series. If you don't watch hockey, they'll be playing Sunday, and it's a great game. The athleticism and the difference between that and the basketball that's going on is amazing, as far as the temperament of the players and stuff. It's just a well-spent 3 hours. You'll enjoy it.
Awesome. Well, we're going to get a quick word from the Z team here.
I know them.
Yeah, we got a little different. We've changed it up.
Did you?
Yes, we've changed it up.
Of course you did.
We've changed it up.
Of course you did.
And I wasn't going to let you know that until we
that's-
actually. So
So it's okay. So we're going to say what a great job the Z team does. They're here for all your real estate needs, whether you're looking to buy, sell. We're here to help with all of that. Give my honey a call, and she will get you through. And the rest of the team is also on standby here to help people out. That's what we do.
we're going to
Okay.
get a quick word, and we'll be right back with Z team and the weather.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer has been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
And having that 98% recommendation and referral back from our clients is a big thing for us, and that's so important to everything that we've done over the years we've been doing this. We've been doing this for a little while now, and it's we're starting to get the hang of it, I think.
We talk about some of the awards, and I know it's kind of weird to talk about the awards, but the awards are not about bragging about you guys or on themselves or yourselves or anything like that. But I bring it up because it's impressive. You've got the big presidential award. Is that what you call it?
President's Award.
There's a couple things that goes into this, and that makes it impressive. One is you have to have the volume. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got to
Yes.
you got to have customers. You've got to be able to do your job. But the award's not based on that. That's a criteria to get into that award.
So that, right.
But it's all based off of customer service. So
Yes.
to have that kind of volume and still maintain that level of customer service, and that's where it gets tough, is because the more volume you get, in most situations, the customer service kind of drops down because you got so much going
You're kind
on.
of lost in the shuffle. Yeah.
But you guys have been able to maintain that customer service and get that rating at that volume, and that it says a lot. It's hard not to bring that up and talk about it because it does say a lot about what you guys stand for and what you guys really want to do to help people.
And that's what we do. I mean, it's true. It's always been about customer service. We figured the business is going to come, but it's taking care of the clients first and making sure that they've got all that they need, that they understand the process as we go forward, that because there's a lot going on. And now with the market the way it is and the way it's going to be in the real quick future, there's going to be some changes and stuff, and we're going to roll with those changes. We've been through this before, and that's the one good thing with having done this for a while. We have a little better grasp of what's going on as opposed to, there's some great kids, and I don't use kids in a bad way. They're at my age, they're all kids, and they want to do the right thing, but it's just a matter of having that knowledge of what's next. And that's what we did with the team. We took people who wanted to be realtors and we turned them into real realtors. They're not just people that have licenses and pay their dues. They're real realtors. So Linda and I, Sam McMaster, Reese Tubbs, and Calico Rock was what I forgot the other day, but Reese Tubbs and Darlene Clark, April Bentley, we are the Z team, and we're here to help you out with all your real estate needs.
Well, let's take a quick look at what
temperatures here.
What you got? What you got to see this morning when you woke up.
I did. It's a little bit. Oh, look at that bird flying out there. Yeah.
Oh, kind of froze
up there.
There it goes.
There he goes. Okay.
Every now and then it refreshes itself.
Yeah.
So,
morning, Jake. We have no idea how happy I am to see you sitting over there. But that's the view from the White River. It looks like Cotter Island, as it's been referred to, and we can see from Mountain Home all the way on the right. You can see Crystal Towers up on Crystal Mountain, and you can see all the way up into Missouri, kind of about the 11 o'clock position up there. That's Missouri up that way. Little overcast up there. You can't really see all the way up. The tower at Bull Shoals is about 10 o'clock. And
just a beautiful pic.
God's country. We are blessed to be here, us personally, and everybody who's listening and watches is as well. Sometimes the people that are here, that have lived here for a long time and maybe haven't experienced other parts of the world and just don't realize how blessed we are to be here. This is the greatest thing that could have happened to us.
I switched over to the other camera just because it was on that awesome shot of the water, and you can see it rolling down the river.
That water's moving right along, and when it goes back down, you'll see the bottom of the bridge there. You'll see like how white the bottom is from the water coming through it. It's like a pressure washer cleaning off the bottom of the bridge. And they're working on the bridge, so if you're in a hurry, you maybe want to stay on the bypass and go around that way.
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
That's where I need to be, fishing. There you go.
Good. There's a lot of boys and girls out there. There's boats were out yesterday. So it's that time of year. You got people starting their vacations and stuff. Some of the schools are getting out. Besides ours, other schools are starting to get out. People get a little jump on their vacation. They want to come here. They want to see what's here. They've heard about this place, and it's a good time before you get into tourist time. Normally, it wouldn't be this warm. You're not usually expecting these 90s until like July. So when they booked VRBOs or whatever it is they did to come here, they thought it'd be a little more temperate.
Hopefully, they got a good AC wherever they're at.
There you go. That's right. That's why God invented air conditioning, just to keep us comfy.
All right, let's take a look at the temperatures.
Take a look at temperatures. In Mountain Home right now, it is 73 degrees. Harrison is at 76, partly cloudy. Batesville has a temperature of 78. Yellville is 74. Marshall, Arkansas is 70. Salem is 73. Mountain View, 70. Calico Rock is 73. West Plains, Missouri, 73 degrees. Springfield, 76 degrees. Poplar Bluff, 75. And St. Louis is at 81 already. Ooh. A little warm in there.
They can have it.
Yes, they can.
I forgot to tell you to update that during the commercial.
See?
See, that's what happens.
We'll get it. It's day one. Come on. We have nothing here, and we're going to back this out a little bit, see how the rest of the country looks. Go slow. Don't wreck it. Looks like they're getting a little rain in the northwest area there, Seattle, Washington, that area up there, and then the East Coast as well, from just short of Albany, New York, all the way down to Richmond, Virginia. That whole coast there looks pretty well. They're going to be a little moist today. But Florida, Texas, the whole Gulf Coast looks good. A little bit of rain up in Minnesota. in North Dakota, that could still be snow for all the snow that they've had.
Montana's been getting it.
Yeah, so they're up in the altitudes there. Well, one of the state parks, and I'm going to blank on which one, had the roads washed out up there. So Yellowstone, I think.
Yeah, it was Yellowstone.
Yeah.
I saw a clip on that where they had the whole side of one of the roads
It's like
just washed out.
amazing that it would be like that. We're looking at the map here as far as heat advisories. It's hot, okay? Use your good sense. Make sure the pets got water, that you bring them in, that you make sure that, if even going shopping and leaving stuff in the car, your stuff can go bad pretty quick. So we've got heat advisories here in the surrounding area. If you can hear my voice, you're under a heat advisory of some sort. There's thunderstorm warnings in these, and those would pop up if enough cool air ever got here, but I'm not holding my breath. 7-day forecast. Today, like I say, was a heat advisory for today. 94 today, 73 tonight, 95 Friday, 91 Saturday, 91 Juneteenth, Sunday, and Monday's 95. And Scooter tells me that Tuesday's going to be even worse.
Yeah, Tuesdays they're already showing 100 degrees, so it's not going to be pretty.
No, it's not. So it's going to be here for a couple of days, and it takes its toll on you. The weather guy was talking last night, and this day after day of this starts to take its toll on us. And the population here should be careful. If you think if you're not sweating, get to a doctor, get in, sit down, go to the hospital. There's cooling centers. We should see if we can get
we can do
as
that.
to which ones have got. I don't know. Some of the churches will, because just like they have heating centers in the winter, I'm sure that there's cooling centers. Probably the food pantry.
That's definitely a good thing to look at.
And just someplace to be able to go. And I'm sure that the senior center also,
yes,
where you can go and you can have lunch, sit in the senior center, play cards or whatever it is that the activity of the day is. That'd be a good activity for you to do if you can get out of the house a little bit. Try not to, if you're in the house and you don't have air conditioning, don't let that fan blow inside. Try to blow that air through there, because otherwise it's just like a big convection oven in there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You can get yourself in a situation you don't want to. Drink a lot of fluids. Alcohol does not count as a fluid. And actually, it can be much worse.
You're telling me this now? No.
Yeah. A lesson that I've learned myself, Scoot, believe me. So it's you want fluids in water. Gatorade is good too. Stuff with electrolytes. The pollen breakdown. We have low tree pollen, moderate grass pollen, and ragweed is low. Tomorrow it'll be low tree and high grass, because people are getting the grass cut and they're out there cutting hay and everything else. And I know I'm way over on time, ain't I?
You're fine.
Norfolk Lake level is 571.87, and they have one generator running. Bull Shoals is at 687.1, and they have 8 generators running, as you could see, going past the house there, coming under the bridge. The water at Bull Shoals has been high. It's, let's see, where am I at here? It's 28 feet above pool, and it's something that they've been dealing with for the past several years. It's been an ongoing issue over there, because they take water from so many other lakes coming down to get to them. It's coming out of Taneycomo. It's starting over in Beaver, actually, and working its way from there. So
and we end up having to hold it, because down south is where they can't take anymore. So it's been tough.
Yeah, and after they flooded the landing in Branson, Taneycomo gets drained pretty quick. They don't hold much water in that at all.
No.
So they go from there. Okay, what'd I miss?
That's it.
That's it?
We're going to take a real quick break and come back with a short little community events.
Cool.
And we will be right back.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you
Hi, how are you? We're back.
Oh, we're having a good time today.
We are. Speaking of breakfast, the Knights of Columbus are having a Paul Bunyan breakfast. Man. Why didn't you say
I had to do that to him. I had to. I can't just let you go.
that was good? It's like, don't do that. We don't have time for that. Paul Bunyan breakfast. It's an all-you-can-eat. Scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, pancakes, sausage links, coffee and juice, all brought to your table. And so they serve it right there and bring it to you. It's $7.50 for adults, $4 for children under 12. You can order takeout. And that's going to be Saturday, June 25th, in part of with the red, white, and blue celebration. And they do a great job over there. It's run by the Knights of Columbus, who do so much work for the different charities and the different things that go on in town and the things that they support. It's amazing. The Reading Council, just an amazing group of men that have dedicated themselves to helping others. And this is one of their fundraisers. And so write that in your calendar. It's from 7:30 to 10:30 on June 25th. You will be very glad you went. Today, the Twin Lakes Retired Police Association, Scholarship Foundation, should, we're going to be at Harps, New Harps,
The Old Harps.
Old Harps, from about 9 to 2-ish, kind of depends on the heat. Harps was gracious enough to give us some space out front to be able to sell raffle tickets. And we're selling raffle tickets for a 2-day houseboat, use of a houseboat over from Bolt Shoals Boat Dock. We thank Ricky for that. Second prize is $300 auto or boat detail by A Plus Auto and Marine Detail on Buzzard Roost Roads. And third prize is America the Beautiful. It's a 5-ounce uncirculated silver coin. It's about yay big. Looks like you won the Olympics. And that was given us by Bruce Powell. And the tickets are $5 a piece, 5 for $20. The proceeds go to the Twin Lakes Retired Police Scholarship Foundation, and we do scholarships for the local law enforcement here for secondary education for their children. And we have given away hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years to help support these kids and help them be able to better themselves and go to school, go to trade schools, whatever their calling is. And we have something we've been very proud of. We're a 501c3. If you're a 501c3 and you got some extra money sitting around that you're not sure what you want to do with, we can help you take care of some of that. And it goes for a great cause. And like I say, we're proud of the work that we've done. So Old Harps, 9 to 4. 9 to 2. Make it 9 to 2 because it's going to be hot out there.
Need to get out there and support them. You guys are trying to do this for the scholarships for the kids. And I know the first one that you guys did, the weather was bad. You had some situations so guys, get out there and support them. Help the kids. Go ahead and stop at Harps. Get what you need to pick up. And
it's a good chance to back the blue by giving some green.
Yep.
And go from there.
I agree 100%.
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. We do have a guest. I think we got a couple minutes left of the show to get.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just giving him a hard time.
No.
We're having a good time this morning.
I think I got all
You got it all done?
I got all my spots? Okay.
You got it all done. We're good. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Dr. Jake Long, Superintendent, Mountain Home.
You can say
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Good morning. We're back on the morning show here. We have Dr. Jake Long. He's the superintendent of the Mountain Home Public Schools, and he's here to talk about the school. I don't know how long summer break lasts. Not very long. I know that you and your teachers are constantly trying to better themselves.
Yeah, that's right. So we finished school on May 27th, and it didn't. Of course, my family and I we took a little vacation after that, and I've learned through the years that I better take that vacation as soon as that break happens, because if I don't, I'm already turning the page to next year, and that's exactly what's going on. As we sit right here today, we've had a number of course, we have summer school going on. Summer school's happening at Hackler Monday through Friday for I guess we'll have one more week after this week. Monday through Thursday. And so we have about 150 kids, K through 5, over there and taking part of those learning opportunities. And then, of course, we have some of our credit recovery learning opportunities, which those students are...
Credit recovery.
Yeah.
That's a better term than I...
Those students are probably less than impressed as far as having to be there, but it's a good opportunity for...
Sure.
them to get make up on any kind of shortfallings that they may have had the year before or throughout the last school year. So that's happening, and we have a number of teachers over there working hard to give. And summer school is just that. It's quite a bit smaller class size. You get a lot more one-on-one instruction, and some of it like it, some of them may not.
Yeah.
But it's good opportunities there. So we have the summer school happening right now. Of course, we've already had a number of summer camps that's been going on. Whether that be basketball, I've seen some of the football, softball, baseball. All those camps are taking place, and then you couple those with everything that the community already offers for summer programming, through maybe it's VBS or the ASU has a number of learning programs
Sure.
for it. So really there are a ton of opportunities for parents to find and to keep their kids engaged, where they're not just laying around on the iPad all
Sitting
day
home
long.
doing this
That's
all
right.
day.
That's
Sure.
right. And that's
Sure.
that's really what we want. And it makes me really excited to think about we have such good recreation around the area. And I don't know if you've been by Hickory Park lately, but that playground that's going in
amazing.
there is
amazing.
That's going to be a great asset, that one along with all the other upgrades that's going to happen around our city. And those improvement in our amenities are those are essential, and we'll talk about that from a school district standpoint, and in the millage issue is coming up here in a little bit. But those are important, and those are important for young families.
Sure.
To make sure that they have things for their kids to do of an evening, of the summertime. And it's important for me, as somebody that has small kids, those parks, those splash pads, and those are priceless when it comes to kids, because that's what we want. That's what we want our kids to be doing, out and playing, and not necessarily just staying inside.
And we talk about quality of life issues all the time.
You're right.
In a number of ways, and schools are such an important part of that.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter whether you have kids in the system or not.
Yeah.
It affects your life and those around you.
That's right.
Very important. Very important.
So our teachers are involved in a number of their own professional development. We have a professional development catalog in which those are learning opportunities. So anyone who thinks that teaching is a 9-month job, it's a false pretense for that. Because
especially here. That's the bigger part of it.
And because we do have learning opportunities, and we have diverse learning opportunities for our teachers, so that they get to choose. One in which I'm pretty excited about is not excited that we have to do it, but excited that we've got the tools there, and that's called it was a behavior intervention system that we received some training on. So one of the things that we've seen and that we're seeing is we are seeing our students coming to school with some increased, I won't say increased behaviors,
anxiety,
and maybe it's anxiety, and part of that we could probably point to some of the lack of socialization that happened because of the pandemic, but we really was probably seeing a little bit of that coming on prior to even 2020 and the pandemic kind of setting in. So and it's really a restorative practices as opposed to punitive practices. And a lot of that is just really good common sense that we all probably received from our parents and received through just not having the opportunities and not having the tools that we have today. It just required us to do that.
Different peer groups.
That's right.
Now that box is your peer group.
Well, that's right.
And that's not a good thing.
And that's how that's how sometimes we even socialize, and that's how our kids have learned how to socialize. Whereas in And here's another example. Whenever we were growing up, we could not wait to get our driver's license.
Yeah, right.
Because it was that sense of freedom
Exactly.
to go out and socialize. Well, the truth of the matter is, fewer kids are, chomping at the bit to do that. Some are, don't get me wrong.
I had heard that.
Some most definitely are. But some are.
It's like, no, you're good to get your license.
That's right. And
No.
that's because their social network exists, through, different ways. Same thing for dating, and so, So anyway, we're just trying to create those opportunities there. I wanted to take a moment here, if we have a few minutes, Scooter, take a moment. And I guess I have a few minutes since Bob didn't take all the time, did he?
He left you a couple minutes.
I left you a few.
Yeah, we'll run to about 40 or so and then take a break.
So a new model that we're going to be introducing for August is at Guy Berry. And so we went through a charter application process. And so Guy Berry is actually going to become its own standalone charter school. And it's a charter school that's going to be based off of project-based and work-based learning opportunities. So all of our math, science, English, and social studies learning standards will be taught through work-based learning opportunities. Now we're going to start with work-based learning opportunities through the marine industry, through the boat.
Sure.
The boat manufacturing industry, but we can see that most definitely expanding into a number of other lanes. For example, the multimedia that would exist within advertising and marketing.
Yeah.
And so there's some communication, things there too. But so Guy Berry, if you, and it's also a model where it's not just for ALE students. It is an at-risk model, but there's a number of reasons in which students could be classified as at-risk.
Yeah.
And so, parents could even, fill out an application if they want their children to, engage and to have the opportunity to learn with a very hands-on approach. I mean, it's all being practical application in what's going on there, which is it's very important for our at-risk students, but it's also important for all kids who learn that way.
Definitely.
So anyway, it's a new model. I'm sure that we won't be 100% successful, but that's what kind of the charter application.
You'll work your way through it.
That's right. That's what the charter process is for, is to, really try different things to support, students' variety of needs. So
yeah, because not every kid's cut out to go to higher education.
That's right.
Different types of higher education,
That's
but
right.
not to be a French lit major.
Yeah. And there's a number of industries, here even locally, including yours, Bob, that I'm sure that, you get on the job training, and you don't necessarily need, a post-secondary education to be successful in doing what you do.
Or pick different classes because of it.
That's right.
We had Jordan Womack's a classic example of that.
Yeah.
And he's out in Benton, out there working out that way now, and he's doing very, very well from things that he learned here. Originally in high school, came on as an intern with us, went to other classes in Jonesboro, and came back and worked, and moved on from there. And that's what it should be. That's what everything should be about.
Absolutely, cognitive, cognitive development, process and problem-solving skills, the ability to think creatively.
Work and play well with others.
That's right. I mean, whenever people, there's sometimes people get frustrated with the rules of school. Might be, the discipline, maybe the dress codes, maybe some of those things. But the reality is those type of things are going to exist
in life, in real life.
In real life. And so there's kind of an underlying purpose to it.
Sure,
obviously there's purposes for those things being in place at the schoolhouse, but there's there's an underlying, reasoning behind some of that. And, of course, our parents are, for the most part, very, very supportive of, those reasons. And, oftentimes all it takes is an explanation of the
Sure.
why.
Didn't understand, or little Tommy didn't get the story quite right when he went home.
That's right. So, I am excited about the Guy Berry model, and so there'll definitely be more information. I think I'm going to have Mr. Kincaid come with us next month and come over here and talk a little more about that. And David Martin, he's working with that model as well. And so those teachers have worked very hard this summer.
I'm sure.
That's awesome. All right, let's take a quick break. It's a good time for that.
Yes, sir.
Be right back.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home.
At Serendipity Bliss, we love turning your day into a once-in-a-lifetime memory by offering unique, beautiful, and specialized event and wedding rentals that can transform any atmosphere into something you will never forget. Whether it's your dream wedding, a golden anniversary, sweet 16 party, or a company event, we can make any event blissfully perfect. Serendipity Bliss carries unique specialty gifts and bridal jewelry and helps coordinate decor, table items, theme-related pieces, and more. Make your day blissfully perfect with Serendipity Bliss, located behind Car Care Mountain Home.
Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer has been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever known?
Good morning. Hi, it's Bob Zadora. I'm here with Jake Long, the school superintendent here at Mountain Home. And you guys have got some projects coming up. There's a big event coming up in August that's going to affect everybody in the community.
That's right.
Kids and everybody else. And maybe you could give people a better overlook so that they're hearing it from you.
You bet.
Instead of getting rumor and innuendo.
You bet. You bet. And so we will be having a special election on August 9th, and the special election is for the renovation of our current high school. And so, this is not a new topic. We've been really engaging the public in this over the past really about 12 months since July and August of last year. But the project will be going before the community on August 9th, and it is for a renovation of our high school. And so, Scooter, if you could go through that and then kind of go down. And so I want to take a few minutes this morning to talk about, the why. Why is this coming up? Well, what you can see on your screen is a few pictures, and these are just only a few pictures of the current layout of our high school. So when you look at the upper picture, you'll see the metal structure that exists, the largest metal structure that exists on the upper right-hand side. And that metal structure is simply covering up the original 1966 high school that existed, that was built in 1966. So in 1989, that metal canopy that you see on your screen was placed over that high school, and that was placed, so 30 years, that was placed over the high school, I'm sure, to address a number of issues. And I could see that being, both, roof leaks, as well as capacity, because what has happened is drop ceiling has been placed within that foundation, or within that, underneath that metal structure. And so the campus has been being utilized for totally different purposes than what it was originally designed for. And I want to make sure and make that point, because we have some 1930s buildings, right, like Guy Berry, or even Pinkston, but those buildings have been maintained and been utilized for purposes as they were designed to be utilized for. This campus has not. I mean, it has been covered up and renovated in ways in which it doesn't, physically the space doesn't allow for that same kind of upkeep and utilization.
Yeah, education is different now.
That's right. So the programming is different. But just in general, the space, that was once, an auditorium is divided up into classrooms, or space that was once a cafeteria is, blocked off into classrooms. Yeah. And so truly the issues that are existing also, within that, the infrastructure underneath it hasn't been a lot. You don't have the same options for upkeeping and maintaining the infrastructure within that facility because of it already being a renovated facility. So another part of the why within the timing of this is because we're looking at having to invest a significant amount of money in that roof, with that roofing system there, because it is 31 years old, and we just replaced the junior high roof, which was right over 30 years old, and it was about $2 million. So this would be almost more than twice the square footage of roofing space, and so we're looking at a significant amount of investment into the upkeep of this. For what purpose? To continue to cover,
making the same mistakes.
That's right. To continue to cover up and to fix the Band-Aid that was put on this 30 years ago. And so if you want to go on down through there, so really another part of the why, in which the floor plan here as it exists kind of lays out, is some of the safety and security issues. And so that campus is really wide open. If you look at it, they're all detached buildings. There's over 31 separate entrances in that campus. And obviously, for obvious reasons, student and school safety and security is at the the forefront of our minds, because of what happened in Texas, and schools all over are combing through their schools to make sure that to do everything that they can do.
They're hardening the entrances.
That's right. Hardening the entrances. Even with the current door structure within the 31 facilities, if every one of those doors are locked at all times by a key, there's no electronic locks there, but with them all being locked by a key, you still run the risk of one of them not closing all the way and then that door being open. I mean, it's truly it's a significant challenge to secure up this campus. In addition to that challenge, every 90 minutes there's 100 kids or more walking down to this facility from the junior high. And that's because, our ninth graders, can take high school classes, but those high school classes are located at a different campus.
Yeah.
And so part of this plan, if you want to continue to scroll through, includes renovating this campus to a point to where ninth graders become part of that overall facility. So the red portions there will be the first phase of demolition, and so you can continue to go down, Scooter, continuing. So this is a few things that the community, students, and teachers wanted in an updated learning environment. These are not things that we just dreamed up. We sent surveys out, and when creating a design process, and you'll see kind of what the markups look like at this time, but you'll see a lot of these things exist because this is what parents and students and teachers said that they wanted from it. So go ahead and scroll down. So that'll be the location of phase 1. You can keep going, Scooter.
So that's where the 3 red ones used to be.
Yep, that's right. And so there's the footprint of phase 1. And so basically what it is, it's just a rectangular building. So, it is a beautiful building, but it is just a rectangular. And that's because that's allowing us to maximize the space that we need.
Yeah.
And it's to the left-hand side, it's a 3-story structure. And there's nothing in phase 1, and I want to make sure that this is a clear point. There's nothing in phase 1 except for classrooms, labs, offices, library, cafeteria, kitchen,
school stuff.
School.
Yeah.
It's there's no fluffy stuff within this phase 1 design. And so while it is a beautiful building, and I think it'll be a tremendous asset and a drawing point to the entire community, it is still really nuts and bolts of learning. It is classrooms, labs, and you'll see the green space there. If you went back and you saw what do our students want, they like to be able to mingle and be outdoors.
And we want to encourage that.
That's right. And so these are outdoor learning spaces that have been identified while having a secure campus both on the front side of that and on the back side. So continue to scroll on, Scooter. And I'm going to speed this up because I see we're running out of time. So there's some proposed floor plans, but you can keep on going because I want to. At the end of the day, the community and the taxpayer wants to know, okay, what's this going to cost me? Okay. And so we'll get to that point, but I wanted everybody to understand, that it is a 2-phase process. And so you're looking at phase 1. And whenever phase 1 is built, it allows us to go in there and completely demo the issues that we started talking about within phase 2. And so we're not putting a Band-Aid on this. We're not, renovating.
You're not kicking the can down the street.
We're not kicking the can. We are fixing it, and we are addressing, these things while also getting a very quality, facility for our students and community.
The education environment has changed a little bit since 1930, whatever it was, right. Or the last time it was when they roofed it and changed it then.
That's right. So that's the cafeteria. Of course, our kids, want open. They want open, flexible seating. So we've addressed some of that within these renderings. You can keep on going, Scooter, and we'll talk more about kind of what does this mean.
Oop, I think I jumped. Sorry, let me go back up.
That's all right.
There we go.
There
That's
you
where I
go.
was
You
at.
can keep on going. So at the end of the day, we're asking for a 2.25 mil increase. That 2.25 millage increase will bring us to 34 to a mills of 34. The 34 mills is still 4 mills below the state average of all school systems around the state. And so we feel like that the ask, we've consciously tried to keep the ask to a minimum because we're very aware of our community. We're very aware that people move here for purposes of lower taxes and for retirement purposes. And so we're trying to keep the ask to as minimal as we can, but yet still address the issue as well as we can. So the 2.25 mils basically equates to $45 per 100,000 real valuation. Okay, so there's the millage structure as it currently exists, and of course you can see that our current mills is 32.16. The average mills for Arkansas school districts are 38.76. And so keep on going down if you don't mind. This graph here is simply a reflection of how our local community how it has grown and how the infrastructure within our community has grown. And so you can keep on going through that.
The tax base is growing.
That's right, the tax base. And so here is really probably, if you can zoom in on that, Scooter, that's what the majority of people will want to know. So it goes to show you that, there's your average tax brackets. If your real property is valued at, let's say, $250,000, then that's showing $112 per year increase, which you break that down by month. That's $9.38 a month in which this increase allows. So if you just, if your real value, not your assessed value, but if your real value is not located on this graph, just a real quick math number for you would be $45 per 100,000 real valuation increase. And if your real value's at say $1 million, that's $450 increase, in which the 2.25 would take you. So there's a number of things within this that obviously this is not a want. This is a need, and this is an issue that will have to be addressed.
It's no kicking it down.
There's no question.
Yeah.
It's an issue that will have to be addressed. I'm more than happy in meeting anyone that wants to come visit and come tour and let me show you firsthand, because it's really hard to take pictures and show. But give me a call.
Or social groups.
That's right.
Go see the Elks or
that's
whatever
right.
and do
I
that.
will come. We have a group of people that is going and visiting with folks all over the community to talk to them about the project.
Yeah.
And basically, we want our community to be very informed on this issue, to know that it is not, it's not a want, it's a need. And that this issue will have to be addressed, and tax dollars will have to be spent to address this some way, shape, or form.
Oh, sure.
And and so it's it's been a challenge to even get to this point for a number of reasons, because these conversations started years ago, and then COVID happened.
Yep.
Well, we'll address this after COVID, and then inflation happened, and then gas prices happened, and then all of these things that make a tax increase challenging at the time, and then construction costs happen. So I agree that it's not a it's a challenging time for this, but who's to say that 3 to 5 years is going to be any better? And like I said, we're going to have to put money into this some way, shape, or form. And, I really wanted to present an option to the public that allows us to do it right the first time.
It's been well thought out.
That's right.
You didn't get up one morning and say, hey, I got an idea. Let's raise taxes and build a new building.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But if anybody has questions, give me a call. I'm more than happy to give them a tour or to walk them through anything that they've seen this morning.
Sure. Great. Jake, thank you.
Yeah, and I've had a chance to be up there and seen part of the old building. I completely understand why they're needing this.
Sure.
It is well needed.
And we don't
got to wrap up, though.
Don't teach the same way now as we did then. Thanks for joining us this morning. Thanks for putting up with me. I appreciate it. The little taps and things you hear is just little nerves. Oh, we're done because the air's kicking on. See you tomorrow.